A very good evening to one and all. I, Toastmaster Atmika Bhatt, have the privilege to welcome you to the 189th meeting of NITK BHIVE Toastmasters Club. So, respecting the space and circumstances that we are all, we will be following a few rules. So, the first one is we will either keep our mobile switched off or in silent. So, please take the next 1 minute to check if your phones are on silent or not. And if you have more than one, both of them in silent, please. Next, we will enter or exit once the speaker is done speaking or when there is applause. And finally, we will refrain from speaking on sex, religion, and politics. So let me repeat the mission of Toastmasters for everyone's benefit. We provide a supportive and positive learning experience in which members are empowered to develop communication and leadership skills, resulting in greater self-confidence and personal growth. So, are you ready, ladies and gentlemen?
Yes.
I know the Bangalore traffic can be very weary, so I'll ask again. Are you ready?
Yes.
Because you need to strap on your seat belts and helmets, whichever way you prefer, and prepare for our ride because our first ride is to Switzerland.
Wow.
So this is very specifically because our presiding officer's imagination was fired when she read The Untrodden Snow by Dennis Robbins. Can you imagine a beautiful chalet in Switzerland right now? Because I can, on top of a snow-laden mountain. So, I now welcome our presiding officer, Toastmaster Suparna, who has a terrible weakness for the beautiful mountains and snow-laden parts of Switzerland. Please join me in welcoming her.
Thank you so much. Good evening, Toastmasters, once again. Yes, Dennis C. Robbins is a writer who writes purely about romance. And this was a book which was given to me by my own father when I was just about getting into my teens, when I was in the 8th standard. So by the 8th standard, you know, the geography of the world and romance is just about getting clear in your mind. And that was the first time I read Dennis Robbins. It's about the untrodden snow, where the lives of a musician and a writer collide on the snow-capped mountains, young hearts. And that has been something of, let us say, the seed of romanticism in my life. Okay? Romanticism has got many, many angles. With self, with your partner, with your friends, with your colleagues, with nature, with God, wherever you can put romanticism. And romanticism towards life, I think it's, at this stage of my life, it is something like spirituality, right? And being in hardcore Bengali, if you have listened to my earlier story where I had spoken about Rabindranath Tagore being the hopeless, cynicist lover, romanticist, all his songs is what we grew up on, Ravindra Sangeet. Okay. So there is a song. What is that song? It goes as Kothao amar hariye jabar nei mala mone mone mele dilam chokher dana mone mone. What does it mean? Close your eyes and I'm a flight, right? Close your eyes and you can go around the world, up, down, north, south, east, west, wherever you want. But how do you take your imagination, how do you think about life is your true self once you close your eyes. So that rings with the theme of today, around the world in 90 minutes. I can go around the world in 9 seconds and still come back happy without any negative thought telling that, oh, I've not seen this, oh, I've not done that, oh, this is beautiful, I cannot reach there, I don't have of money? Where will I go? All these things become redundant. Once you close your eyes, once you feel Mother Nature is blessed with so much of bounty, and you can see that through your innumerable amount of medias that are a boon of technology today. And if you have good luck, you've got the money, you are able to visit too. So কোথাও আমার হারিয়ে যাওয়া নেই মানা মনে মনে 90 minutes or 9 seconds or 9 years or 90 years traveling is enriching. And if you can document your traveling, if you can mix with the people, the localites wherever you go, I think you keep enriching your life every small step. And all those enrichments can come back to your power of speech. Everything you can build around and bring it back to your speech, provided you are observant about life, provided you are observant about the happenings. And that's the power of Toastmasters. We need to hone connecting dots. And for that, may I mean, this was a topic given by the TMOD of today. And how do I introduce this little girl? Overloaded with work, point number 1. Point number 2, yet she can grasp her ideas, put it out with a smiling notation. A beautiful flow of thoughts and acts and deeds and punctuation. That's the best thing she brings in her speech. Where to stop, where to breathe, where to pause, where to laugh, where to be serious. Punctuation is a strength. And may I now invite the Toastmaster of the table, Toastmaster R.
Just quickly give the time of cards.
Who is the time?
Use that in mailbox.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Subhani. The idea behind Around the World in 90 minutes is very simple. As you said, you can go around the world in 9 seconds. And given that our meeting is a 90-minute meeting, I thought it would be best if you could take a small trip on a Friday evening when everything is hectic, when everything is crazy, all kinds of deadlines are coming up as it's December. So in between all of this, we just need to take a breath. Just let ourselves a little loose and take a small adventure, basically. So I've asked all of you about an experience of when you, for the first time, a new place where you can't really visit, but you still felt like you were there because you read a book, or you saw a movie, or you heard a song, or you heard a story. Something of that sort happened to you. And for the first time into my house, a whole set of books came in. It was this huge set of 16 books, which was called the Child Craft. It was a part of a world encyclopedia, but meant for children, which could be easily digested by children. The best part was, it was a gift for my 9th birthday. I love books, and these set of books was so wonderful because they had beautiful photographs, wonderful paintings, and as vivid as your imagination can go, all this was described and portrayed in really nice, thick paper. So each of those 16 books had its own themes. So one book would be your body, one book would be mathemagic, and another book would be our animal planet, our kingdom. So each particular book had different themes. And book number 6 was called Our World. So for the first time, I saw places that I never heard of before. I saw that there were big trees in this wonderful place in America, which were huger than buildings that existed at that point. And there was a place which was a water body completely so salty that a person could not sink in it. And there was a place where sunlight or darkness was there for 24 hours. And things like this that never even, I knew never even existed before, but were there in our own world. So that little spark, that little imagination was kicked off with just simple photographs and little bits of information that came with it. I thought I'm never going to see such places. Or, you know what? I never even imagined that a possibility of travel existed at that point of time. But a few years later, we took a small trip. We were in Chennai at that point of time. And my mother said, we are going to Rameshwaram and Kanyakumari. Those two words were very alien to me at that point of time, even though it was in the very same state that we lived in. So we took a small trip. We went there. And for the first time, I realized that there's a world out there. There is sea, and past that sea, there are lands, and in those lands are people and cultures and so many things that existed that I can't even think of standing right there. That trip, when I came back, I wrote a short paragraph on it, and that happened to be the first travelogue that I wrote, recording something that my tiny little brain could remember and wrote it down. My mother had a reel camera, and I have one photograph that goes with it. It's me and my mom standing on the wall, and my dad taking that picture from Rameshwaram. So that became a memory that I can even today go back and look into. And from there, my fascination with photographs, with travel, and everything was ignited. So now I do travel as much as my budget allows me, as much as my time allows me. But what I've realized is, even if we had our entire lives, we wouldn't even finish traveling across India, let alone the world. So what is the next best thing to do? Tap into everyone's experience. Tap into maybe social media, tap into the books that you get, tap into TV shows, tap into all of these so that you can experience this world as much as possible in the short lifetime that you can get. So, who also had this kind of a great idea?
I didn't know. You're talking about a writer. Jonathan Swift?
Yes, Jonathan Swift. Jonathan Swift also had this kind of idea of realizing in a time and age when even this much of travel was not possible, he said, let me try out something, let me do something new. And just as Jonathan Swift thought, Ralph C. Smedley also thought. He started out in one place. It did not work very well. He changed his format, he changed the way he approached to things, but he used a medium that everybody could approach, just like travel. He took the medium of language to carry out. By the time he became a permanent member of Toastmasters and its president, he had started traveling almost half the globe. Ralphie says, he said himself saying that just through communication, he was able to become a global citizen. And his legacy continues throughout the world in corners where even he did not think that his legacy would live on. So, just after his death, Olin H. Price, who was an international president from 1934 to 35 of Toastmasters International, said, Dr. Ralph Smedley was a citizen of the world and a benefactor to hundreds and thousands of ambitious men. So just what will we do without him? Just as he would wish. We will follow his plans for better communication through speech. His inspiration will help us carry on, and his unselfish aims will spark our efforts and assure successes. So, if we right now think, what is possible in the next 90 minutes, I would say everything is possible. So moving on, we will go to the main part of our meeting today, and that involves three parts. First is our prepared speeches, second is our table topics, and finally is our evaluation. But the core group who will carry this part, the entire section, is what we call the tag team. So for this particular endeavor, I would like to call upon Toastmaster Saikat to explain his role as timer.
Time management. We first time I heard this word, I thought that I need to plan my work as per my priority accordingly. But when I joined Toastmaster, what I learned, your priority can change with time. So you need to plan your time as it will come. As I said, the time is very important, and Toastmasters taught us how to use the time wisely, tactfully. So as a timer, my role is to tag the time properly, and as per the Toastmaster guidelines, I need to show the green color card for the minimum time, yellow color card for the target time, and red color card for the maximum time. For every segment or every section, a 30 seconds of grace period will be provided to all the speakers. I'll provide my report while called upon by the general evaluator. That's all for the time being. Over to you, Toastmaster.
Thank you, Toastmaster Saikat. There was a comprehensive explanation of what the role of timer does in a Toastmaster meeting. The next section or the next role player is called the R counter. The R counter ensures that we are mindful of what we use as crutch and not. It may be R's, it may be ums, it may be short pauses, or my personal favorite source. So we keep a track of these crutch words, and when the general evaluator calls us, we will be giving a report. And today's role is being taken up by me. The final tag team personnel would be the grammarian, and I would like to call upon Toastmaster Suparna to explain her role.
You ever had a nice plate of idli which doesn't have salt? We wouldn't like it.
We should not.
Right? We should not. So, if that's the case, we should not speak language which doesn't have grammar. Grammar is exactly that ingredient which builds your language. So, as a grammarian, my job is to take care that all of us, not take care, but I would make a note of good usage, bad usage, and wrong usage. All the three things, and the word of the day today is shavlog. Let's use it as much as possible. Thank you. Bye.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Suparna. So now we go on to the prepared section or the prepared speech that we have today. But before we start with the speaker, I would like to call upon the evaluator who said he was inspired by a series called Johnny Soko. And something like that would definitely take you to the land of the rising sun or Japan. So please welcome Toastmaster Saikat.
Thank you, Toastmaster of the day. The speaker is giving his L1P2 speech. The purpose of this project is to learn and review basic methods for writing a speech with a defined purpose and to present a well-organized speech on any topic. So all the best to the speaker, and the speech title is Institutional Coaching versus Personal Training. Time allotted for the speech 5 minutes to 7 minutes. You get 30 seconds of grace period. All the best to the speaker. Over to you, Toastmaster of today's meeting.
Thank you, Toastmaster Cycle. So, when I say the words white sandy beaches, pristine blue waters, and a refreshing cocktail in your hand, what are the locations that would come to your mind?
Maldives.
When
Just give me
Maldives.
some examples, please.
Maldives,
Maldives.
Mauritius, Hawaii, ports
Okay.
around Japan,
All right.
Rameshwaram also.
There's a blue beach or something in Chennai, that also.
Okay. So we are looking far and near for all these examples. And our next speaker loves this combination. He loves this particular place which we all know but don't generally remember in the first shot. And it's the Bahamas. So now I would love to invite Toastmaster Sudipto Sood for his speech, Institutional Coaching versus Personal Training. So institutional coaching versus personal training, Toastmaster Sudipto Sood.
Thank you. Good evening, fellow Toastmasters, ladies and gentlemen. Today I would like to dwell upon a very important topic in all of our lives. We do understand the importance of being coached, being mentored, being guided by professionals and seniors all through our journey in our life. Be it when we were children, we were being coached and mentored by our parents, by our guides, by our teachers. When we grew up into college, we had our lecturers, we had our professors. The moment we stepped into the journey of money making, we had so many people who wanted to tell us what's right, what's wrong. But here's the thing, are we all made equal? Are we all the same when it comes to the way we think, when it comes to the way we perceive the world around us? I don't think so. Each one of us have been crafted by the sheer experiences that an individual has gone through their entire life, from their childhood all the way to their present situation or current day. When we look at institutional coaching, it is for the majority. They constitute guidelines, methodologies which may work for the majority but not necessarily for a particular individual. I'm not saying that institutional coaching is wrong. Neither am I questioning the methods and methodologies that are portrayed in so many well-known institutions all through the ages and the history of human life. Be it the Nalanda University, which was formed way before even we thought of all these modern universities, to the IITs of the world, or the very name of our Toastmasters Club starts with a very reputed institution. I am not for even a second doubting the capability of each and every person who is responsible for coaching, mentoring and tutoring all the people who go into these institutional colleges and campuses. But my dear friends, here is where the paradox comes in. All these guidelines, all this coaching, can it be molded? Can it be personalized? Can it suit only a particular individual? It is very difficult to form an educational institution for an individual. It is meant for the masses, right? That is where personal training and personal coaching has come into the foray. And today we see a plethora of options available with any person, whether they want to be guided for their personal fitness, to their mental health, to professional aspects of their career, or for that matter even love. And today's theme, travel. Everybody likes to visit different places at different points in time and for different reasons. They do not want to do what everybody else does. Everybody likes a pinch of difference so that their Facebook posts look much better than their peers or the members in their society, isn't it? So I, in today's talk, wanted to highlight this very essence of individualism in the process of training and coaching, without which the world around us may all look the same, pale, blue, and blunt. And it is this individual coaching and mentoring that actually brings in the various fragrances that an individual may like or dislike. With this, I also want to introduce the role of technology in personal training, in the aspect of personal training. Gone are those days when an individual looks up to going to a university or college to get personally trained. Today, with the advent of technology and digitization at a personal level, each one of us in our own homes and everywhere we go, we can take our personal training along. I would like to quote a small example. When I was traveling, I had an app which used to give me an alarm when to wake up and what kind of workouts and exercises that need to be done on that particular day. So I never felt that I'm not carrying my personal trainer along. To that level, today we can take personal training. One more example that I would like to quote is something that our dear Toastmaster Shuparna does for a ancillary living, I would say, which is to teach or to take care of the mental health of individuals. I am sure she would agree with me when I say what works for everyone may not work for a particular individual. And if Suparnaji, you would be given a choice to deliver it through a digital platform, would you do it all across the globe?
Absolutely.
Right? So there you go, fellow Toastmasters, that I strongly believe that institutional coaching is good, should be there to provide the masses with a very broad set of guidelines, but at the same time, institutes should also be wary of the fact that every individual is very unique by themselves and have ample scope in their curriculums to introduce aspects of personal training, either by mentoring, coaching, or by the use of technology. Thank you so much for giving me this opportunity. Over to you, Toastmaster.
I think we can all agree that Toastmaster Sudipto has succinctly told us what are the advantages and disadvantages on both sides of the coin. So thank you so much, Toastmaster Sudipto. So we now jump to me, according to me, the most exciting part of any Toastmasters meeting, and that is the table topics. The table topics makes you or breaks you. But in Toastmasters, even if it breaks you, it builds you back again. So for our table topics master today has a very simple and straightforward wish. He just wants to go to Ayodhya. Everybody else I asked gave me a paragraph answer and he gave me a sentence answer. But that sentence had everything I needed to know in it. He very simply put and said, I want to go to Ayodhya and immerse myself in the experience there. So we were in the Bahamas. We were with a drink in hand. Right now, let's get pious a little bit. So please welcome Toastmaster Ramdas.
Thank you. A of course, Ayodhya is being built, a grandeur temple, and all of us, I'm sure, want to go there and come back and have a travelogue of our experiences of seeing that great place, which many of the Indians would aspire to go there. I'm one among them. Okay, welcome to table topics. Let's have a little bit more energy.
Yes.
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 Let's enjoy. Nothing's going to happen, right? So let us speak out our mind. And I've chosen simple topics on the theme, and it will be mostly a sort of dialogue between two of us. Ready?
Dialogue
Yes.
between
Yes.
two of us.
Between two members, rather. Okay. So the first topic, one small condition I have, I will not repeat the topic. So please listen to the topic clearly. I'll give the topic and I'll call upon two members. See, the first topic is is about today's theme, around the world in 90 minutes. So two of you will come here. One person will choose to say and defend it's possible, yes, you can travel in 90 minutes. Other person will say it's not possible in 90 minutes. It's a discussion between two members, and the time given is 3 minutes, 2 minutes, 2.5 and 3 minutes. So may I call upon Toastmaster Rashmi and Toastmaster Pranaji. Please come over. So Toastmaster Rashmi ji is saying it is possible, and Suparnaji is saying not possible.
So what do you think? Do you think it is easy to just close your eyes and travel the entire world or the entire globe in few seconds, I would say?
It is possible as long as it is a visual aid. If you love visual aid, yes. But if you want to immerse in the experience, then it is not possible.
I would disagree with that. Only because there are so many 3D pictures coming in, 3D glasses, and a lot of these things where you can actually put them on and you can get that feeling of either the water being thrown at you when you're going through the um, roller coasters. So you literally feel that. So I think it is possible to get that.
Do you feel fear?
Absolutely.
On
they
a roller
put you
coaster,
down with that.
when there is a roller coaster happening, which is about, let us say,
Mhm.
60 feet, 70 feet, or let us say 100 meters,
Yeah.
like we see in the Disney movies, even if you put on the glasses,
Mhm.
I might get the thrill, but not the feel. Thrill is possible. It's a beautiful way of neuromarketing. But if you want an experiential understanding, I do not think you can get a feel. Feel is something all your five senses must get activated. It must get into your mind. You will remember it forever. You don't have to put on the specs and go back on front of a television or in front of a media monitor to experience it again. Then it becomes, I can do it now. I can do it now. I can do it now, right? But if you have to travel, you have to waste your money, you have to put in your sweat, and then you have to find somewhere to sit, and then you have to eat the food there. Dearie, that's a different.
You see, that is what I'm talking about. With the food, you're getting all varieties of food getting from everywhere. You can sit at your home.
No, you
And
cannot get the
you
Chinese
can-
that you get in China anywhere in India, but for one small dingy place on Park Street in Kolkata.
Somewhere you still get it. What I'm saying is you can still go there with the budget you have and with your 3D plazas and with what you want or even the social media, whatever you want. Within the budget, you can experience the world.
You cannot experience the world, you can see the world. I accept your point, you can see the world, but to experience, you need to travel, you need to go there, you need to feel the sand, the water, the mandir, the piousness, the sugandh, the spirit, the lamp, everything put together.
I agree
So
with that.
you cannot travel in 90 minutes. You can see things in 90 minutes, but to experience, definitely you need to travel, and it might take time, not 90 minutes.
Agree.
of switched roles and
I was telling that I can do it in 9 seconds. And
Yes.
then when you said that, oh, I'm good, I was like, okay, song.
I knew that, that's why I gave it just that way. Okay, the next topic is there are two options given. One option is there is technology, like maybe super jet, which can take us around the world in 90 minutes. Other option is I'm offered Padma Shri award by the president on the same day. Again repeat, two options given. Either travel around the world in 90 minutes in a super technology flight,
Paid for.
which is feasible. And other one is on the same day I'm offered Padma Shri by the president. Which one you want to choose? Let's invite Sudipto and Atmika. So Atmika is So Atmika, you have to justify that travel in 90 minutes is good. You have to say that's not good, receiving Padma Shri is good. In 3 minutes.
I think Padma Shri Award is something that a person can get only once in a lifetime. It is the one of the most coveted awards and recognition of hard work that an individual gets. It should not be missed for anything on this planet Earth. That is my take on it.
See, Padma Shri is limited to people who can achieve something. This opportunity to travel the entire world in 90 minutes is an option that is open to every single person. With a Padma Shri, you have to do something, you have to achieve, you have to put your life's work into it.
But think about it.
But if you can travel, this is such
You'll be trapped in a small cockpit, and in 90 minutes you can only see the clouds. You can't even land. It's just not practical. Whereas Padma Shri, you have worked for it, you have earned it, and you are being handed it over by the president of the country. And generations after generations are going to remember you for this, and not just you. You know, your entire society and their friends and family.
See that it is about what one person does, but this experience, you said that people will talk. This experience of going in a jet, traveling the entire world in 90 days. Today, people travel the entire world. They take months, they take years. Even recently, a man from Denmark, he traveled every single country without an airplane, and it took him 10 years to do it. Can you imagine doing all of that in 90 minutes? That is such a
That is
dream come
exactly
true.
what I'm trying to
Such a
say.
dream come true for
It-
so many people.
It needs that much amount of time to really experience the world. I think it should take more than 10 years. What can you really achieve in doing so, doing that in 90 minutes? That's why I should say you should always prefer something that is more gracious, that is more awarding, that is more deserving. And yeah, this opportunity may come.
You said that Padma Shri is something that is earned. But I think as human beings, we need something to aspire to. So imagine if this 90-minute ride around the world can be a trailer to all the travel plans that you want to make. Can you imagine how many human beings will aspire to travel the entire world to see those places? They say, yes, I passed through this place. Let me go there next. And it's such an accessible experience for so many human beings.
Well, I would like to, think about it this way. When I was going to the US for the first time over Seattle, I was flying over the North Pole. Does that really mean I aspire to go to the North Pole? No, it sounds crazy. I'm going to die there if I go there. So for me, it's a really crazy thought for me going and picking up the Padma Shri from the President of India. I think I can encash it more than anything else in this world.
Oh, let me give you another example. When I was traveling from Mangalore to Delhi the other day, I actually passed over the city of Jaipur. And looking down, I was like, that is a place I really want to go. And this year I was able to do it. So, similarly, if a 90-minute ride can inspire you to do more, to get out more, and live more, I think it's worth 100 Padma Shris.
Point taken. Thank you so much.
Good, good. Padma Shri will come next year also. Or you can get Padma Bhushan, Vibhushan, Bharat Ratna, so many things. Nice, good.
Yes.
So the next topic is this person was dreaming and he just woken up now. He can continue to dream of going around the world on one condition, that he has to share the experience of traveling through the world in 90 minutes. I'll again repeat. The person was dreaming and he's just woken up, and now he has to share the experience of again dreaming and going through the world in 90 minutes. So he is dreaming and is telling us whatever he is seeing. So may call upon Toastmaster Cycle to share experience of what he is seeing in a dream.
I'm a person, I can dream anywhere. Inside the metro, sitting inside the metro while driving. It's not like that I need to close my eyes and I need to dream. I can dream anywhere. Maybe in the night, maybe in the morning, I'm sitting in the loo, wherever. I can dream anywhere. It's not like that I can't, suppose in between, as you said, someone wake me up. After that also I can connect with that. So this is my power, or you can say I got this, acquired this thing by default. But if someone is giving that opportunity to go around the world, see the world within 90 minutes, there is an added advantage for me. I'll get more power. So dreaming, I don't need to dream for this whatever power you will get. That is already there in my kitty. That will be an added advantage for me, that I'll go across, I'll see the world in 90 minutes. Definitely is a great achievement. As Toastmaster Africa said, that I'm getting a award without achieving anything. It's not the right thing. It's not the correct thing. But to gather experience is either via dream or via actual visiting the places. It's a great achievement for me, indeed. So that is my sharing. That is my thoughts about the dream and visit the places in 90 minutes. Over to you, WW Master Ramdas.
Thank you. I'd like to repeat members to come back. So
One more round.
second round. The topic is one member has got opportunity to travel the world in 90 minutes. Again, through some special power that is bestowed on a person. However, the family is somewhat not convinced. Family is concerned about the safety of this person who got special power. So one person is family, representing family. Other person actually has the power to travel in 90 minutes. So this member is to convince the family he is very safe, or he or she is very safe. Come back in after 90 minutes after going through the world. Family is saying, no, we can't take the risk. Nobody has done it earlier. We can't leave you. We can't let you go. Okay. May I call upon Sidhutvaji and Suparnaji.
Who is taking what role?
Yeah. So you are family. You are the person who has the power to go world in 90 minutes.
Okay.
Go ahead.
3 minutes.
Shiva came into my dreams and gave me a boon. And the boon was, take this Vimana so that you can go and roam around the world in 90 minutes. This is what you have always wanted, this is what you always dreamt for, and so I'm going. I just wanted to tell you that I'll be back in 90 minutes. Keep the dinner ready, piping hot, as you know, the way I want. Thank you.
Where is the Vimana?
It's coming in Danzo.
So then it's not a Vimana.
Why not?
It can't be, no.
It can be. When Aladdin can fly on a carpet with a genie, why can't I do the same?
No. We are in today. Shiva is there, always. Will be there always. Okay. But what was there yesterday, today technology has changed, Baba. You know, you've studied, you've grown, you've seen the world, yet you want to travel the world. Okay, agreed. Show me the Vimana. Where all you are going? Show me the map. What are you going to see? What are you going to do? What are you going to learn out of it? Give
I'm
me
not
all
going
those
to do
things.
anything. I'll just keep flying around. I will see
Oh,
all
that
the
means you're
things.
just flying around. It's like parachute.
Yeah, you can say so. No problem.
So it doesn't have any landing.
It will come back and land at our terrace on the home.
No, that's not the question. Vimana means you wanted a moon to travel. Correct, not to fly around. So did you ask the wrong thing? Or did Shiva listen to the wrong thing? What's happening?
That I'm not sure. I got the boon and now I'm going to use it.
Point number one, where is Shiva? Where is the Vimana? And what do you want to do? What are you going to do flying all around like a fly?
So be it. I want to use the boon that has been given to me.
No.
And I will probably live.
As long as you can show me your Vimana, as long as you can show me an agenda that you are going to learn, not just fly around. As a family, I do not understand.
What more agenda
your
do you
purpose.
want than flying to every part of the world at your will in just 90 minutes?
So there is
I
no
think
will.
that
No,
is.
it is Shiva's will.
It is
It's
my
not your
will,
will.
which has been granted by Shiva. What more can you want?
So how are you going to do it, dear?
He is going to give me the
Do you
vehicle
know
to do
how?
it.
Okay, do you know to run that vehicle?
I don't have to.
Then how can then it's not a vehicle, no? A vehicle has to be run.
So that's what we imagine today.
No, we don't imagine. We do it. We drive our vehicles. Whatever vehicle it is, from rocket to the cart.
We can't even have control over what we are going to do tomorrow. Forget about having control of.
We
our
always
vehicles.
have control over what we can do tomorrow, but we leave a little chapter for notoriety. That's okay. That's okay. That you don't have to do. But tell me, show me a Vimana, show me that you can drive it, show me the places you're going to land, then only you get your permission. Otherwise, not. Thank you.
Thank you. You never will.
No, she's a seasoned parent.
Yeah.
Correct.
It's very difficult to convince.
It's like me telling my mom, यार kinetic Honda था मेरे घर पे, मैं जा रहा हूँ, कहाँ जा रहे हो? क्यों जा रहे हो?
Okay, go for it. Back to the
My God, this was
Oh.
hilarious.
I think Toastmaster Ramdas deserves another big round of applause. Thank
You
you so
really
much,
had
sir.
our wits working.
Yeah,
Oh my
absolutely.
God, this is beautiful.
And he's built all these topics very deep, but infused it with so much of fun and laughter that we can all be a part of. So thank you so much, sir. So now we come to the final section of today's meeting, which is the evaluation. Generally, when you talk about evaluation or getting corrected, it is always uh, taken with a little bit of bitterness, sadness, sometimes anger and frustration. But Toastmaster has built this system in such a way that you look forward to the evaluation because you're not only getting what you have not done well, you're also being recognized for what you also did well. So that kind of recognition that comes in this meeting, in this system, is, I think, a worthy thing to remember. So to lead us through the evaluation evaluation, we have our next Toastmasters. And a lot of times we forget how fertile the human imagination is. It can build words that even do not exist just by taking inspiration from something that does exist. And our next Toastmaster was inspired by one such book. As a kid, she read a wonderful series called The Secret Seven. It may seem childish, but Enid Blyton's world are filled with the English countryside. She has taken inspiration, the author has taken inspiration from the places around and built a world that so many of us recognize today. And so from reality, we go into fantasy with our next Toastmaster Rashmi.
Thank you for such a wonderful introduction. Secret Seven, Nancy Drew, Hardy Boys were the books we all studied and as we grew up. So yes, we were inspired because I think the childhoods were different. Actually, the summers of theirs were different from our summers. Coming back to the evaluation, coming back to the reality. Let's start with the essay. Very enthusiastic voice. 2 phones, mission, rules, topic, everything was explained very well. But 1 minute was too much when you mentioned. You can just say few seconds. You don't have to mention 1 minute. Everything else was perfectly fine. Your intro to the PO also was very good. It was very personalized. Moving to the PO. Awesome, but I don't think you mentioned about the guest or the minutes of the meetings, probably because there was no minutes last time. I assume, but I just put it anyway.
There was no guest. There
was no guest and there was no minutes. So I mentioned those. Otherwise, it was really good. And the description with the theme, how you explained it, with what time you started studying and how your father introduced, and you also put out a song on the Tagore, right? Which is really good. Loved it. I would like to take it on sometime and learn a little bit about that. And your intro to the TA model was also pretty personalized. Punctuation is a strength. Very nice. I've written that down so I could use it sometime later. Coming to the, I think I'll come to the TA model a little later. Let's look at the speeches. Before getting to the speeches, I would like to call the evaluator.
Why we joined Toastmaster? Asking a question.
To improve ourselves, to learn.
To add value every day in our life, maybe for public speaking, or maybe we need to improve our leadership quality. So today's speaker added some value in my life, some knowledge, something he has added. Thanks for that. The enunciation of English word, that has been added in my life.
Enunciation.
How prominently he used the English word. That added more value to my life. The speaker, Toastmaster Sudipto, he added all the points in a chronological way. He started with the education, the chronology of education. He differentiated between the personal training and institutional. education. Why personal training is more important to someone? It may work for me, may not work for me. So that he explained nicely. He explained the role of technology also in the personal training. The structure of the speech was on bank, is structured in a right way. But as we know, NITK BHIVE is a place to evolve and chance to make it better, even better. What I now need to add some points. What you can add to make it to take your speech to a different level, international kind of speech level. You ask questions multiple times, but you have not provided the time to the members to reply. So that should be more interactive if you allow the person to reply. What you can add more, the storytelling, your personal story. You have added only one story of yours that you've given the album. That you can add more story to make it more interesting. From delivery point of view, your hand movement, actually, it started, it was very good. You used the stage properly, but you somehow missed in between. Your hand movement was like this. Little bit of stiffness I've observed. So overall, in total, to sum it up, it was a very good speech. As I said, it added a lot of value on me. You need to work upon on those points. May my evaluation in the same way add more value to your public speaking.
Yes.
That's all. Over to you, General Evaluator.
Thank you. Pretty comprehensive. You covered all the points, especially he was going to be evaluated on the content and the structure, so you covered all the points on that. I had similar ones, hand movements was the same thing which I had. The second one was probably something to do with creating a dialogue to get the difference between the personal and the institutional. That way you could probably bring it out or emphasize it a little bit more. You are capable of it, that's the only reason we are giving you this to evolve. Otherwise, I think it was a wonderful speech and you conveyed the message. The opening was good, the structure was good, and the ending also you had a message. The topic of that, you can make it more cryptic, is another comment I had. So people will want to or keep guessing what it is. Other than that, I think it was very good. A big round of applause for both of them. Nico and Toastmasters Nico and Toastmasters side. Moving to the next section, table topics. I don't think I have any word for that. We all enjoyed it thoroughly. It was, the last piece was hilarious. We really loved it. I don't think I'll be ever bored of coming here. I love my Fridays. Time well spent is what I can say. Thank you so much for all the hard work, Ramdas, Toastmaster Ramdas. With that, I think we all want to do more of table topics. So, coming back to the TMOD. 16 books. That's a lot of books for a 9-year-old. Man, no wonder she's like this now. Where were we? I mean, I keep thinking when she said 9-year-old and 16 books. No wonder. Awesome. And I think you should really do a complete travel log and it'll be really worth it. And I would want to look at your travel log also. That is one thing. And the way you connected between Jonathan Swift and Ralph Smedley. It was really good. We didn't know the other side of Ralph Smedley, where he traveled and he was already halfway around the world because of communication. That was something which we learned from the Toastmasters perspective, the history perspective. And then, of course, you went through the 3 parts and introduced the timer and everything. Wonderfully done. And I think I don't have any points to explain that you did not do this, or nothing to pick, pick and choose and let you know. So I think, in the essence, I think at the end of it, I think I loved today's session, and I would like to hand it over back to.
Thanks.
Oh, I did not get these. Sorry. Okay, can we have the tag report, please?
Yeah, today's this time,
Mhm.
I would say the managing the time is very interesting. List today is all colorful. Today, Sajana Towns took 2 minutes 10 seconds to cross the time, a little margin. Presiding officer, Toastmaster Suparna Gosha, she took 4 minutes 19 seconds, so it's well within the time. And Tio Modi, Toastmaster of today's meeting, she took 13 minutes 5 seconds to be precise. And the speaker was well within the time, 6 minutes 41 seconds. Now coming to the table topic session. It is very interesting. The first session, Rashmi, Toastmaster Rashmi and Toastmaster Suparna Gosha, right? They took 2 minutes 53 seconds. The next uh, combination, Toastmaster Sudipto and Atmika, they took 3 minutes 29 seconds.
Once again.
28 is going on, 29 seconds. And Toastmaster cycle is provided by Toastmaster Atmika. He took 2 minutes 9 seconds. And the next combination, Toastmaster Sudipto and Toastmaster Suparna Gosha, they took 3 minutes 21 seconds.
All of us in within time.
Within time.
So, but very interesting is within the time also, with grace period also, is mix of things.
Yes.
And in my evaluation, please provide the time, how much time I took.
You were just 5 seconds about it. It was 3
5
minutes
seconds.
35 seconds.
Okay. So, and for the general evaluation session, still the time is ticking. Now is 11 minutes 27 seconds. So that's all from my side. Over to the general evaluation.
Thank you. Our counter, please.
Today's was a very tame counter. So the entire count that I have is a mix of all the roles that each person has played. So Toastmaster Suparna, you had 1 hour and 2 short pauses where it was not required. Mine was 3 hours, 7 so's and 2 ums. Toastmaster Saikat was just 1 hour, 3 short pauses and 2 so's. Toastmaster Sudipto was 2 hours and 3 short pauses. Toastmaster Ramdas was 1 short pause and 2 so's. And Toastmaster Rashmi was 2 ums. You're the only one with ums today. Thank you.
Thank you
Nice.
so much. Grammarian, please.
Okay, I think today was a day of good words, more with very less corrections. Some of the very good words were each one has been crafted with history of human life. This is where paradox comes in. Plethora, pinch of difference, essence of individualism, ancillary living, successantly, breaks you and builds you, right? Coveted and recognition, to add value to life, in toto, cryptic, enunciation. I have a question. What is the difference between enunciation and pronunciation?
Pronunciation means you are pronouncing the word. Maybe I am not getting the correct meaning. Enunciation means one person is speaking and conveying the things clearly that I am getting properly. That is the difference between pronunciation and enunciation.
So pronunciation is basically a standardized format
Right.
of how a English word is spoken. Enunciation is how clearly can you speak.
Right.
Great. Wonderful word that was. Two corrections only I could find. One is no, one with you and one with you. Huger. There is no word called huger.
I think.
Okay. And as you said, someone wake me up. Someone woke me up.
Woke me.
Only these two corrections. Otherwise, I think wonderful. It was a beautiful
Very
session.
nice. Thank you so much. I think we have the track roles here, timer, our counter, and the grammarian also. Can I request you to put some of these phrases in the group so we can all make them?
Sure.
Yeah. Use that over and over. And Shiva, when he sends the I'm going to put that penny flag there today. I'm really lost it. So all in all, I think we all enjoyed it thoroughly. Thank you so much. And I think go back to you know, cannot forget. I will shake my hand.
Namaste.
Namaste. Yes. I just realized what I did after I picked this up.
So thank you, Toastmaster Rashmi, for for an extensive feedback that we had today. And as you said, the more fun table topic sessions we have, I think the more livelier
Yes.
the sessions become. So again, I would like to thank everybody who played a wonderful role in this particular. So before I close out, there's just one last story that I like to share. So there is this couple in Ernakulam named Vijayan and Mohana. They run a tea stall. And this couple has traveled to over 80 countries across the globe running a tea shop.
They used to watch the World Cup in every place that it happened.
Yes.
Yes.
So
Soccer.
you can
Tea,
imagine
tea shop.
tea shop.
They
They
own the tea
still
shop.
run a tea shop, and they take off for in between a month and a half in a year, every year, and they still travel with the funds that they get from running the tea shop. So with a little bit of motivation, a little bit of will, and a little bit of planning, you can go around the world. Maybe not in 90 minutes, maybe not in 90 days, but anytime you can imagine. So thank you all, and I would like to move the session to our presiding officer.
For me, humor was always a troublesome zone in my life. I used to love laughing. I do that even today. And people always say it's not a laugh, it's a guffaw. Shut up. You know? But the mirth of a speech lies in humor. Right? Whatever, however seriousness is there in the speech, you can bring in a little edginess with the help of little amount of humor, with the help of little amount of the body kinetics, I put it on that way. Then the speeches always get around to be engaging and nice. And as a PO, I don't know whether I should be telling it or not, but I think I take the chance of telling it. Once in a while, when you have a smaller group and a more energetic group and a more interested group in Toastmasters, I think the events go out damn well rather than having a huge spread and getting into numbers. You know, it is the authenticity of your learning to speak well that makes the clubs interesting. And I think that's where NITK has got its edge. And we have been able to carry it on for the last 3 years. We need to take it forward. That's one of the most important things. I think the crux of today was enunciation. That was a wonderful word which came around, and a speech, of course, which has got its mooring in what's happening today in the world. Actually, you know, with the number of students increasing on one end, with technology entering into our lives at the speed of I don't know what. I think they're breaking the sound and the light barriers, right? presence of technology in an 80-year-old man and an 8-month-old child. Security cameras are looking into whether the child is fine or not. The parents are working. So technology has invaded our lives, and that's what you actually spoke about. And of course, the table topics. I think it was a wonderful evening for me. So this is meeting number 189. With this, I will close